Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Reform are angry. They are livid. And they've demanded a full investigation. And this is after teachers at a leading state school made such malicious comparisons that I think it's almost grounds for a legal action. They're saying they made not just comments that were inappropriate, but slanderous, and they may look at legal remedy over comparisons made between the party and the Nazis. Richard Tice, has complained. He's the deputy chairman of the party, of course. He's complained after discovering that staff at the Orion Group, which runs 8 academy schools in London, have made very outrageous comparisons. They used a picture of him teaching materials to illustrate... they've used him in teaching materials to illustrate extremism, defined as activities which reject British values. And yet reform are based entirely upon British values. The materials also place reform way to the right of UKIP, even though UKIP are way to the right of reform, and next to the BNP, and the Nazis at the fascism end of an illustration of the left-right-wing political spectrum of beliefs. So they are inculcating into young minds the belief that reform are extreme far right and no different than Nazis, which is irony when you consider the National Socialists were actually left-wing. These were for secondary schools in which pupils were aged, but in year 10. So 14 to 15 year age, isn't it? Now Farage's party, which is way ahead of everyone else in the opinion polls, has received increasing reports of left-wing teachers pushing and characterising reform as extreme far-right, fascist Nazis in the classroom. And they're saying that this is illegal. This is slanderous, it's wrong, and it is blatant. It's not education, it's blatant propagandising. And they're looking at taking legal action against Orion Group and the individual teachers. Now, Tice was alerted to this by parents of the pupils concerned, and he's written to Simon Garrell, who is the chief executive of the Orion Group, to warn that if he does not receive an adequate explanation and satisfactory apology, he will refer the matter to his solicitors and to the Charity Commission. It runs academic trusts. And so the Charity Commission, looking at this, undoubtedly would have to take a stance on this. Now, he said, Tice said, it has come to my attention that materials referencing extremism and far right have included my face and even compared me and reform to the Nazi Party and the British National Party. He said it's not only factually incorrect and grossly offensive, but also defamatory in nature. I expect there'll be solicitors' action, and I don't blame them. And it would be great to see the Orion Group sued to smithereens, sued into bankruptcy, and the individual teachers concerned who are teaching this also sued into bankruptcy. That would put an end to it, I think. It's the only way these people are ever going to learn, is that you literally sue them into bankruptcy and demand that they are never allowed to teach children again, because they are not teaching children, they are propagandising. And that's got to be made a crime. His legal team are sitting there now salivating over the prospect of a very, rewarding court case. Because they're saying basically to present such misinformation in an inflammatory and misleading content to young people is a serious failing in duty and of professional responsibility, which is why they're going to go after their teaching jobs as well. So good luck to Tice, good luck to reform, and yeah, screw the left, screw these teachers, because they're actually teaching lies and saying that the Nazis are right wing. The Nazis are left wing. Everything the Nazis did, state control, totalitarianism, controlling the press, controlling the news cycles, that's all left wing ideology. It was only after the war when the people started seeing the Jews coming out of the concentration camps that all these academics suddenly realised that was happening. That was a result of everything they believed in, and they're all left wing. So they started teaching that fascism was on the right, but it isn't. It's a far left ideology, and don't let them get away with it. Thank you very much. Hope that's been instrumental in telling you exactly what we're up against. Speak again soon. Thanks a lot.